Hey everyone, it's Katherine Walker here. I'm very excited to be a panelist for Scholar's Edge this year, 2020 season. And I'm here to share little bits of wisdom with you. I'm going to start with something that I'm actually not an expert at, but I have a very deep appreciation for. And last week I was at a seminar with Jack Daly. If you don't know who that is, you've got to look him up. JackDailySales.com. And he was so inspiring, and for a good 3 hours I was jacked up. I was pumped. I was ready to be a salesperson. And then I got my head about me and realized that actually I'm not wired that way. I'm a promoter. I'm got many talents, but that is actually not what comes naturally to me. But if you are planning on being an entrepreneur as you are this season, you have no choice but to be an entrepreneur and sell, sell, sell. So I thought I would share a few words of wisdom that I learned from Jack Daly last week. The first is to tap into your passion. And I'm assuming that you're already there because you're making this decision. And it's like, what is passion? Passion is the thing that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's a thing that gives you more energy than it takes, even though it is hard work. So if you haven't done exploration on passion, there's plenty of videos and TED Talks and books on it. But really recognize when it's tapping into that place that gives you drive and energy and ideas and creativity. And then other times where you're sort of like, hey, I'm not motivated. I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe it's your passion. The other is vision. And vision is literally, do you see the future? Can you see success? Can you smell it? Do you see yourself in the picture of success? And if you haven't gone through those exercises to see yourself in that picture of your future success, then I highly recommend you take at least a few days a week. It can be very brief. It can be a few seconds or 5 minutes to just close your eyes and meditate and see a vision of you happy, successful, happy customers, and great results in what you do. So that's just sort of the start. That's really for any business and any entrepreneur, because if you don't have those two things, you're probably going to wilt pretty fast. And the whole idea is to keep your energy going, and when you have energy, you give more to your team, you give more to your customers. So now a few tips, and in some ways this is common sense, but it's good sometimes to just put this down and think about it, focus on these things. So Jack Daly talks about the playbook, and a playbook like in sports, right? You've got the coach has a playbook for the team. It's where people are situated in the team, what your plays are going to be. Those plays are going to change depending on who you're playing against. So it's the same thing in business. You're going to figure out, okay, what are all those parts and pieces that come together that make me and my service or my product better than anybody out there. And as young entrepreneurs, you're going to be figuring that out for the first time. And my recommendation is that you take this season to identify what those things are in your playbook that you do really well. And maybe there's other pieces of the playbook that you need to work on. Okay, so first of all, goal setting. It seems so simple, but actually, if you don't set a goal, you won't reach success. You just can't. Time will get away from you. Other priorities will come into your day and your week. And the goal that you set out to achieve just won't happen. So set a goal, make it achievable, but a bit of a stretch. Like push yourself. And then think about the steps to get to that goal. So maybe you want to have a certain number of customers this season. Maybe you want to have a certain amount of revenue. Whatever those targets are, write them down. Pin them to your bathroom mirror so that you're looking at it every day when you brush your teeth. Like really live and breathe it. Get excited each week about thinking about what are the steps to achieve my goal. Okay, next is time management. We all have different ways of getting organized and getting stuff done. And not everybody's the same, which is fine. You've probably already figured out from being in school that some tactics work better for you than others. So figure out what it is. If you're a list kind of person, do lists. If you like to write it out, draw it out, fine. If you'd rather use the app on your phone and hear the ding when things get done, whatever it is, that's great. Make sure that you've got the calendar, you've got the bigger view. It's not just tasks. It's the how I'm going to get these things done and being able to see a month or certainly a week at a time. So time management, and a lot of people need some improvement in that, and that's fine. There are bookshelves and bookshelves on time management tactics. So take a look at that. I'm happy to help you talk about that. I've seen it all, and I've every kind of technology, non-technology, brain neurology. So if you want to have a conversation about that, I'd be happy to help you. Another thing is to think about what are the objections that customers or prospects are going to present to you. And think about what are those top 3 or 5 things that are going to come your way repeatedly. Maybe you don't think about them, but as soon as you get out there in the world of promoting your business and fulfilling painting jobs, you're going to start to hear these. And write them down and think about, okay, what are the best ways to think about responding to the customers or the prospects that you have on your list. Ask for advice. Ask your teachers, ask your parents, ask the panel, ask anybody involved in Scholar's Edge how you would best respond. If you want, you can practice. That often is really useful because you can be awkward if you haven't practiced. And super important is what makes you different? What makes you better than the competition? First of all, you have to know who your competition is. And you need to have a sense of the service that they provide and the products they use and why they do a great job or not a great job. But no matter what, you are an individual person with individual strengths that you are bringing to this business. So what are they? And feel comfortable talking about it and promoting yourself. I know it can be uncomfortable, but practice, practice, practice. Get your elevator pitch down. Why you? Why now? Why this service or this paint? Anyway, keep discovering who your competition is, and don't be afraid to see what they do really well and adopt it for yourself. And finally, this is, again, very basic information. It's not rocket science, but it can be sometimes hard to do or hard to understand how to do as good as possible. So first of all, connect with everyone. When you're in the store, talk to the people there. When you're at a restaurant, talk to them. When you're out with your friends, talk to them. When you're at the family barbecue, talk to your neighbors. Talk to your aunts and uncles. Talk to everybody about what you're doing and why you're so excited about it and what great successes you had this week. And share that passion because people love to be aligned with people that have passion and energy for what they're doing. Um, I can't really explain it, but I just want to put a little bug in your ear so that when you recognize it over this season, you can say, hey, that's it. And finally, don't be afraid to ask for the sale. When you're at that family barbecue and you're talking to a neighbor that says, yeah, you know, I've been thinking about painting my house, but I don't really have the budget, or my plants are growing up and I don't want to have to, you know, paint around them, or whatever it is. Just think about the objections that you've already identified. Be able to tell the customer or the prospect why you're going to take care of them. Tell them why now it's important and why you, because you are the best person for the job. So if you need to get pumped up and get some self-confidence going, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. Okay? I wish you all well. Bye now.